Mikey, we talked with Drew yesterday about his a lot of things, including his style of leadership. What would you, as a guy, younger guy in the room, say Drew's style of leadership is?
Yeah, I think there's a couple different elements to it. Obviously, you watch him play, and he competes like no one else out there. You can tell he wants to be there. You tell he gives it his all every day. So, you watch him go out there and compete, and it's pretty contagious throughout the lineup. And then secondly, off the ice, as a younger guy, he keeps it pretty loose around the rink. Um, it's easy to talk to, approachable, makes you comfortable. In the locker room, in the weight room, whatever. But at the same time, he can dial it in when he needs to. He knows when something needs to be said. So he kind of brings, a bunch of different elements to the table.
And ever since you've been moved on that pairing, your minutes have gone up, and the difficulty of those minutes has gone up too. How have you handled those more difficult minutes and playing so many of them, so early in your career?
Yeah, it's obviously it can be a challenge. Some nights might not go your way like the others will, but like we were talking about, Drew's a great player, and he makes those minutes a little bit easier. He's always in the right spot, which helps me out. I try and do the same for him, making sure you're in the right spot, knowing who you're on the ice against, what their tendencies are, what they might do. And then it's, taking advantage of the rest days, at practice, it's getting what you need and taking advantage of the extra rest you might need or whatever you can do to get ready for the next game.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mikey.
Thank you.
Next up is John Hoven.
Mikey, everybody talks about your professional approach, and obviously you're so buttoned up. But when you just talk about a moment ago taking advantage of that time off, what do you do when you come home and have a day off and you're trying to decompress from a long road trip?
Yeah. I try and do, whatever I can to stay a little bit busy. I can't really sit still. I'm not a fan of just, sitting around doing nothing, but whether it's FaceTime and some friends from back home, maybe play some Xbox with my brother, a couple of close friends, but usually just kind of relax, watch some TV, maybe a show or a movie, kind of just get my mind off hockey for a little bit and just try and, relax and enjoy life.
And in terms of the coaching staff, where are you at sort of in the communication spectrum? Is it a situation where whether it's Todd or Yanni, are they providing you with a lot of information still, or do you find that you are going to them, and asking a lot of questions, even away from the rink and after practice, whether that's over the phone or text or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Like, throughout a game, something might come up where I got a question about a play I made, or something the other team did. So, maybe lean back and talk to Jans about it. Same with Todd. They might come up and show me a clip from the night before, and we'll talk about it, what I could have done differently or what I should have done. But at the same time, I think, all the defensemen kind of bounce ideas off each other where if something doesn't quite go right, especially me and Dewey playing together, we'll talk about it. He'll ask if he should have done something different. I'll talk to him about what I could have done. Kind of just all aspects. Everyone kind of communicates on how we can improve.
Thank you.
Next up is Jim Alexander.
Yeah, Mikey, I just jumped in, so I don't know if you've already been asked this or not, but playing with Drew, are there maybe like two or three or four things that stand out that you've been able to pick up or that he's specifically helped you with?
Trying to think. The big one from him is how much he talks out there. He makes it very easy to play with. He's always letting you know what you got coming at you. If whether he's open, what play he sees from my angle. But he's a guy that talks a lot on the ice, whether it's on the bench or literally on the ice. But he's always talking about a play. Something he could have done different, something I should have done. And as a young guy, that goes a long way. It makes me feel comfortable. And allows us to try and grow together as a pair and make more plays.
And from a more general aspect, that what the veterans are doing with to kind of help out the young guys, how invaluable is that to have those guys who have been there and have won cups and have gone through it all?
Yeah, I think that's huge. Obviously, we got a lot of young guys this year, and we got the core five, I think it is there that have been here for so many years and had lots of success in the league. So they obviously know the right way to go about things. And, you know, whether we have a question or they have a, you know, input on something we can do, they're not afraid to let us know and try and help us out. But in the locker room, that goes a long way. It helps us all feel comfortable. And those guys have done a terrific job so far with all the younger guys.